Dismantling racism for me is part of who I am as a person, and having an opportunity to dig in deep with other folks that are really connected to that as a core issue, regardless of sector, it was really appealing for me.
I think a lot of the time when you are in these roles of leadership, you forget the little pieces that matter, which is structural well-being. Like, how are you keeping yourself well? How are you keeping staff well? How are you keeping the community well? And what can that look like in spaces when you're having really meaningful conversations with people?
My overall experience with this particular training has been extremely gratifying. I've learned so much about myself as a change agent, and I think that what I've learned in this training is how to better support myself, both personally and professionally. This creative and innovative juices that sort of like innately exist in me really started to come through, which I'm really, really thrilled to be able to take back to my own organization and my communities to really think about the conversations that need to be had, thinking about our political power, how we sort of exercise that to really bring about the change and awareness that we want.
I'm all about movements, change, racial equity, all those things, but sometimes you just don't know how to do it where you are. It was really nice to be able to see what the intentions were and to say, I need to be a part of this so that I can do this on a grander scale, being a part of other people's stories, hearing what they go through, how they do this in their area, how they've suffered, because we talked about trauma, but we also talk about healing. And so all of those things told me I need to be in this space, and I do not regret that.
When I think about the facilitators, they had a lot of strength in dealing with the different types of folks that were there, the different levels of engagement people have, and everybody's in a different place as well. So that skill in facilitator work is very rare. So an organization to have that skill set is exciting. And to benefit from that skill set, I think is something I'm really grateful for too.
The depths of conversations that we have at the Burns Institute and the level of camaraderie, but also justice that we're fighting for, it feels like home. And I'm forever grateful that I'll be walking forward down my path with that knowledge and that sense of camaraderie and a nationwide network now of amazing individuals who are also on their healing journey and on the path to justice.
Today was the graduating class. So we had this training series that went over several months, sharing, thinking together, learning together. And I think folks were really blown away by the sense of connection they felt with each other. These are the moments that are probably the hardest for me because it was such a passion project. And so being able to hear everybody's testimonies, it feels so good to know that you're feeding somebody what they fed you. And it just felt very reciprocal. And while tears are usually not an expression of appreciation and gratitude, that's how this filled me today.
I would absolutely recommend this program to anyone who's interested because it's life-changing, both personally and professionally. You will grow, you will be grown, you will be stretched, you will learn new things, you will be an added value to the planet. Maybe it's not in your impacted space of your profession, but even knowing how you show up for your neighbor, for your community, how to empathize, how to rationalize, how to understand what's going on. And I feel like it takes blinders off and everybody needs to be able to see what is actually going on in the world in spaces that need our help or our love or our support. And this program will absolutely provide that.
If you are interested in working with community and doing work in partnership with other folks, this is an opportunity that'll allow you to center yourself, but also center the work in deconstructing racism and identifying what that looks like so that we can create a better society.
I think for anybody that is really working towards a better tomorrow, this is where you come to feel fellowship. This is where you come to see yourself in so many other people and be able to just rest and be thankful that we're all in this together. And I would encourage anybody that wants to feel that sense of connection to join us and give us a shot.
Ain't no stopping us now. We on the move. And so thus we are. Thanks, guys.